met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The defensive player of the year a season ago, Aaron Donald, the one to stop him in his tracks. 13 yards remaining on second down. Now Prescott. Prescott was full interception. Picked off down at the 10. I saw the second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if at the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
After the interception, here's Goff. Second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the return will stop right around the 25. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game. But
for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by linebacker Jalen Smith. And these guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Able to hit his target line. Touchdown, Cowboys! 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Their own 16-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
The ball carrier.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They go to Elliott again. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Ezekiel Elliott.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter. No time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Oh, that was man. That's Cooper. 20, 10. That is into the end zone for the Cowboys touchdown. Amari Cooper, 65 5 yards. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Right back to Brown. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Here's a throw out line complete to his running back right side. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Brings up
Running lanes went a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come out on third down.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. First down, Prescott. It's complete. He takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
10 at the 37-yard line.
Play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Prescott now. He throws there, incomplete. Blake Jarwin, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. He's got the first down and more past midfield, and he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. So it's going to get Prescott to Cooper. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
10 at the 19-yard line.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Cowboy touchdown. Blake Jarwin, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And his kick is right through.
Makes the score Cowboys 35.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half. Okay, because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Way down to the 24-yard line. Let's go. A huge play that time for the Rams. 51 yards.
First and 10 at the 24-yard
So
line.
barely time to catch our breath. Here's first and 10 just outside the red zone. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Focusing on me, where we gotta be. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I wanna see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. 'Cause I deserve that. It's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing in.
On first and 10, Goff. And he's got the hookup here. It's Woods. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. From the red zone now, Goff. And there's another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And to the 12, that's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row.
Number 21,
They were blowouts.
Ezekiel Elliott.
And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Here on the stop was Aaron Donald. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
There he goes, Amari Cooper. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cowboys add on. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Cowboys 42, Rams 6.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams Rams offense at the line.
And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage.
2nd and 10.
1-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Gold. Shot at the 27-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Number 21.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
At the 23.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2nd and 5 now. Prescott. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Zerline good with a PAT. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into Week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here. At home, though, these fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
And Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And it's 2nd down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Gone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Cooper Kupp was his intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
Goff. Open man, he'd be the tight end. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker.
It's
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt.
They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Ezekiel Elliott, the ball.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
2nd and 9 at the 32-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. We are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset.
And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
7-yard line.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. Deep ball, short ball. That was a deep one there. They're making plays.
And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Emerson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Now they can't even get a play off. He didn't see that rush. I guess they just didn't know what the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. How about that? They weathered the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
10 at the 18.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On 1st down, gone. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd down and 10.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. He's going to let it fly. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there, and it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing on 3rd, Goff. My goodness, another interception. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
And they will take a knee here.
Scott on the keeper.
This one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football
Yeah.
where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for Dallas, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for L.A., they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did the lady go miss? Ay, how she was magic, she mixed. Met her at one of the functions, we caught on the rhythm. She caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just to flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked, can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Wait. Need a light here just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's broke to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a people acting different, so I asked, can I?
Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. I turn the knob, can't resist, I'm incredible. Yeah, can't put $1, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating around here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I'm with the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Here's the local Texas product, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down at the
every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First down, Baltimore.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Former Buckeye first-rounder Garyon Conley there to knock that away. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup.
10 yards.
Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
At the Texans' 14-yard line.
Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Tackle
the gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
9-yard line.
Jackson from the shotgun. Got a man, it's caught
Jackson
for a Ravens touchdown.
Devin
Duvernay with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
The kick is good.
And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Ravens 7, Texans nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. His throw incomplete. Kenny Stills, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 46.
One of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Ball carrier.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
3rd and 7.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Screen play, Johnson. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
The 41-yard
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing again is Watson. It's complete. Stills. The 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Duke Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
On the return, the Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be...
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 83 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
From the 27, Watson. He finds his man Johnson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
38-yard line.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
A yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 38-yard line.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. At 58 is a mic. Alert. Get in the way. 70 range.
From the gun, here's Watson. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell with a sack.
brings up third down.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Ravens 14, Texans 7.
And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on third.
58, right over there, right? 18. You remember me? Let's go, baby. Check, 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 check. He's checking. Crash.
Out of the gun, Watson. Being chased out left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right? As a receiver, you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
It gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 2nd and goal, Jackson forced out to his left. And it's 6 points for the Baltimore Ravens. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 33-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Hey, defense, let's go.
Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
At the 41-yard line.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're acting panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
They'll run on first down. It's Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a first down or more. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
4 yards.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd and 6 from the 10. Watson to give. This is Johnson. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Down and 8.
This is it. 19, 58, come on. It's a party now. It's a party now. 58, boys. 58.
And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the field goal. A 28-yard attempt.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. It will give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Of 22 yards.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Jackson. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brent. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. As the Ravens push further out in front. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Justin Tucker to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
25-yard line.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Here's Johnson. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
The ball carrier.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
The Texans on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. A shotgun snap for Watson. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35. Texans.
So
10.
not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. To sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
We'll see if they can do it here. The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again. Watson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
He's letting it fly for Cooks. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
They'll take over.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
From the gun, Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker, Justin Tucker, out onto the field. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through. And their lead will swell up to 28. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
I got homies that can sleep with them. Gucci and Chanel, I got a lot of them. Walk up in the spot like ain't no poppin' in. Come pop it for me cause I'm not your poppin' in.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans get a bit closer. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man. One play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
At their own 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Jackson now. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that will lead to 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Jackson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. Looking deep for Gabriel. This is caught inside the 15. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Touchdown, Baltimore.
Taylor Gabriel in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Ravens 45, Texans 17. Justin Tucker to kick off.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
On 1st down, Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Chuck Clark kicking it off. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Watson. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
48 for Mike. Hey, pick your game.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
By the wide receiver.
Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively.
On the tackle.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Ball carrier.
Frustrating for a deep offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Third and 2, Watson. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Texans cut into that lead. This is why I could never make it as a quarterback at any level, especially the NFL. To have the points to stay in that pocket, know you're going to take the hit, but still deliver it for a touchdown. Great play.
I have to agree with you on that one. When I see those hits coming, I want to exit the pocket. I'm getting the heck out of there. Instead, we just saw someone stay in there and make the throw downfield.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
Complete.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Got a man, and he hits it in stride. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 42. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Jackson on first down. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins.
Jackson.
5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a second down. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
2nd and 5 at the 37-yard line.
Jackson from the shotgun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted.
Well, they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. A quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. 12 yards to pick up there, good for a Raven first. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Right back to Dobbins on first. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll try to run with Dobbins. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Second and 2. A shotgun snap and again to Dobbins. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. That's out to the left and complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Devin Duvernay, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
The kick is good.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Texans 24.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
58 the money. 58, boys, 58.
On 2nd and 12, Watson. Open man, the tight end falls. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Watson. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Calais Campbell able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
At the 42-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 2nd and 12 now at the 44-yard line.
2nd and 12 at the 44-yard line.
Jackson going to get this out to Brown. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Finding Gabriel, complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, report.
From the gun, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
A gain of 8
You know what
yards.
really fires up behind them? Can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Not ideal there. That delay of game backs them up 5 yards, so now they need 7 yards on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And this results in 6. Touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football.
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they didn't get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that pick 6 a moment ago doesn't change things too much. They still seem pretty comfortable with a 3-possession 4th quarter lead. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Quick strike out wide by Jackson. He's at the 40, past the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, 68 yards. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
The kick is
and he's
good.
able to put it through.
Makes the score Ravens 59, Texans 31.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
At the 49-yard line.
Check 41. You better be afraid. You better be afraid of me. Mike 41. Mike 41. Hey, middle. Just slant. Watch the slant. 41's coming. 41's coming. Three bars. Finish up.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards the pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
First down, Ravens.
Now Jackson on first down. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Finally a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
J.K. Dobbins.
Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. From the gun, Jackson. Oh, for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
From the 50, it's Watson. Screenplay, Johnson. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down. With this deficit, he might need to score a couple more times to give them a chance.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
A gain of 8.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. On first down, Dobbins. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Let's hear it.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7, following the incompletion on 2nd down. On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Today's final score.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Baltimore, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Houston, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. So for next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.